You have to be a vibrational match to what you want. Hi everyone, it's Christine, your emotion coach, and I am a highly sensitive person. And I am doing a series about HSP diaries. So I am opening up my journal that I've kept for, over 20 years. I'm opening it up to you to come along with me on this journey of developing my confidence as a highly sensitive person. I didn't know in my 20s and 30s that I was highly sensitive. And once I came across the term HSP, highly sensitive person, coined by Elaine Aron, things fell into place and I understood why I had had such a tough time. But going back into my journals, I realized just that I attracted the right kind of tools for me all along the way. And knowing that I am a highly sensitive person really helps me to integrate everything that I have learned. And I'm hoping that you'll come along this journey with me because I have so many golden nuggets, so many aha moments, so many painful moments that then turned out to really be kind of the biggest personal growth that I could have ever asked for. And if you are struggling with anything in your life, particularly as a highly sensitive person, be it relationships, be it love, be it family, be it the workplace, be it finances, be it your health. I had a lot of health stuff. Well, I can't say a lot of health stuff. I dealt with a lot of headaches, nausea, just not feeling good in my body, IBS, bloating, going through so many different kind of nutrition programs until I found what really works for me. So there's a lot of richness in these journals that I want to share with you. And before we get started, I want to give you a quick gift. For me, one of the hardest things as a highly sensitive being were my emotions, because emotions are so intense for us highly sensitive people. And so I struggled because I love my intensity when it's about passion, about acceleration, about happiness, about joy, about love. Oh my gosh, does it feel incredible that we feel love so deeply. But we also feel anger, anxiety, depression, overwhelm, those kind of emotions. We feel them very deeply and it pulls us down. And I remember, in my 20s having days, sometimes weeks, with this kind of cloud hanging over my head because I just didn't know how to pull myself out of darkness. And that is really the reason why I decided to become a coach, because I don't want anyone to have to struggle and suffer on their own. I had a loving family, but I don't think they really could understand. And I think I was also too ashamed to ask, right? To ask for help, to ask like, hey, I'm feeling these things. And a lot of times our family and friends just aren't equipped with the right kind of tools to help us along and say, oh, I know what to do. It's like, yeah, in the short term, it's amazing to have a family member, a loved one, your lover pull you out of that hole. That's always what I was looking for. Pull me out of that hole, please. Anything just to get out of here. But it is so much more empowering when you learn the tools to get yourself out, That is incredible. And once I started learning these tools, I was all about them. And then I would get into another hole. And then I'm like, oh my God, what were those tools? I can't remember. You have to practice. And you have to go through these lower ends, the bottom ends of the waves so many times until you kind of gain that confidence. That's why I built a membership, because we can support each other and because you have that constant reminder, that constant practice. We get together once a month on a call to practice tools, to say, what does that look like for me? What does that look like in my life? What can I use this tool for? Tools are all great, but if you don't use them, they're not going to be there for you in your deepest moments, right? Like the time when I found out that I had a miscarriage, that this tiny being inside me was no longer had a heartbeat. I literally saw black in front of my eyes, and there was nobody with me. There was nobody with me. So many times in life, our hardest moments, we're going to be alone because life, we're so busy, we're going so many different places. So you have to have these tools to where you can breathe, to where you can know that you can pick yourself back up and that you're going to be okay. At least to drag yourself to your partner, to drag yourself to a friend or family member to then help support you. It is so incredibly important to hone these tools. And I want to give you the first ones to get started with your emotions and how to understand that you really can direct your emotions. Download it. I'm going to put the link below. It's a quick little guide, 3 steps, 3 very easy, very, very powerful steps that you can take. And I want you to practice this every day, every hour, every time something comes up that you are not enjoying feeling, say, ooh, how do I shift out of this? Download this guide. Go to my website, healingyouremotions.com/shift to download this guide. Okay, now let's get into it. We are on journal number 7. This is from Friday, April 11th in 2008, a little while ago. Yesterday was a rough day. I felt really overwhelmed. My health was progressively getting better, yet the last few days, I seem to have fallen in a hole again. I feel exhausted and drained, no energy left, every day with headaches, IBS, and feelings of irritability. Let's shift this. Let's get into a better frame of mind. My immune system is vibrant and strong, and my body is well on the path to complete recuperation and to becoming healthier than ever before. I feel amazing, energized, free of pain, happy, loved, lucky, generous, grateful. Good things are coming my way, and I open my heart to allow prosperity to forever settle in my life. I love myself the way I am. I am healthy, I am powerful, I am confident, I am loved, I am rich, I am completely content and taken care of. I am safe. You have to be a vibrational match to what you want. Abraham-Hicks. I feel loved. I am loved. What would that feel like? How can I be a vibrational match to feeling loved? I feel loved and accepted by myself, my partner, my family, my friends, and every creature I interact with during each day. I know that no matter which decisions I make in life, I am always loved. Feeling healthy. I feel healthy. I am healthy. I feel completely at ease and worry-free. Every muscle in my body feels relaxed yet beautifully shaped and toned. Every cell in my body bathes in happiness, plenty of nutrients, and the cleanest oxygen. My immune system is more powerful than ever before, ready to extinguish any harmful agent or thought. I feel energized, inspired, strong. My body is working efficiently and with joy. My heart is dancing to the beat of an everlasting drum. I feel rejuvenated and full of life. My energy field rids itself of any foreign thoughts, beliefs, and energies. I am in my power. I feel wealthy. I have plenty of money. I pay all my bills with joy. I can afford clothes, shoes, books, and other things which resonate with me and feel comfortable. I take many wonderful, inspiring trips around the world. I have plenty of money to afford a beautiful home at my favorite place. I have plenty of money to choose my own work schedule. I have plenty of time for myself, my partner, and my family and friends and kitties. I have plenty of money to help others. I have plenty of money to never worry. I am smart, intuitive, practical, and efficient when it comes to my finances. Work feels easy and natural. I feel wealthy. I get compensated extremely well, and I deserve it. I love my work. I feel decisive and inspired. My future is manifesting before me. I am decisive and fearless about what steps to take after college. My angels and my intuition guide me to accelerating new heights and to inspiring new steps in my life. I recognize the next direction on my path easily and walk it effortlessly with great joy, abundance, and love. I inspire others by living my destiny so easily and completely. I am eager to begin each new day, excited about what beauty unfolds in front of my eyes. I feel unbelievably blessed. I'm connected with my partner. Time spent with my partner feels filled with joy, love, and understanding. We inspire each other with words and gestures. We communicate lovingly and effortlessly, with and without words. I feel completely safe and loved. I feel giddy and happy and complete. We understand each other on the deepest level. We have plenty of time together and spend it in fun, relaxing, and exciting ways. We share each other's passions eagerly. Our energies complement each other perfectly without one dominating or suffocating the other. We always feel each other's love and understanding. So these were affirmations. I did this a lot in my journal where I was waking up and I felt really crappy in my body or emotionally, and I first would vent a little bit about, oh, this is what's going on, this is how I'm feeling. And then, these are the times where I was really getting steeped in Abraham-Hicks, and it's all about, the vibration that you are in any moment is attracting your future. It's attracting the next moment and the next and the next and the next. So really the biggest goal for me was to watch my vibration, to be happy as much as I could, to get into this vibration of appreciation, of love, of hope, of giddiness, of playfulness, right? And we'll talk about this a lot because, then there are people who are like, oh, you shouldn't just always strive for happiness. Yes, I also did a lot of processing of deep emotions. You will get a lot of this in a lot of my journals. But from a day-to-day perspective, when you don't really have time to process the emotion in the moment and you find yourself in a grumpy space, sure, sometimes it's good to allow yourself that grumpiness, but check in with you. Check in with yourself and decide deliberately, okay, right now I'm going to be grumpy. Be aware how it affects other people around you. We highly sensitives are very intense, and so it can affect people around us dramatically. And I notice that right now, living by myself as a single mom with my 5-year-old, and I don't want to dump my emotions on him. So I will take a few moments and I will express this to him, and I'm like, I'm really grumpy. I think this is why, but I'm just really grumpy. I'm going to take a little bit of time to breathe, to do something for myself, to listen to something, to maybe, empty the dishwasher in silence, to kind of process my grumpiness and to deal with my grumpiness. And I'll get back to you when I'm in a better mood, right? To kind of make that distinction of like, it's okay to feel what I'm feeling. This is just part of being human. It's a good thing that we have varying emotions. And allowing him to feel grumpy, right? You're just grumpy. It's okay. And then to also be aware of how it affects other people. And I don't want to put that grumpiness on him. So then that's when it comes in really handy to be able to shift those emotions, to be like, okay, in the moment, I don't have time to process these emotions deeply, but I'm going to put a pin in it. I'll come back to it. But for now, let's shift. How can I shift That's where you can download that little guide. So look at that link below and download that little guide, those 3 steps that you can quickly take. They don't take very long at all, especially once you get used to them. And then you can shift yourself out of these emotions. The ones for processing deeper emotions is then, for example, journaling, which is what we're doing here, right? This is what I'm reading to you as my journal. So in my journals, in those early years of just kind of getting to know Abraham-Hicks and this idea of really deliberately choosing my frequency, my vibration, my wavelength, my state of being, the way that I'm feeling, my emotion in the moment, not being captive or captive, what is the word for it? Not captivated, like held captive by a negative emotion and saying, whoop, that's it, this is going to be a bad day, No, to realize that in any moment you can make that choice to radiate a different frequency, to reach for a different frequency, to deliberately change your emotion. You absolutely can do this. And this is what I was reaching for in this journal. I was trying to visualize, talk as if, find that vibrational wavelength, right? That's what I started with. You have to be a vibrational match to what you want. So then I was asking myself for these different topics, right? Like feeling healthy, feeling loved, feeling connected to my partner, right? This was like, how do I find the vibrational wavelength of feeling connected to my partner? Well, what does that feel like, right? So pick something. This is your little homework, your little nugget, this is how you integrate. I'm hoping that you journal. I love to journal. It's so useful, especially as a highly sensitive. So write down, what is it that you want right now in your life? And then what would it feel like if you actually got it, right? Like the movie The Secret. Act as if. What does it feel like when you get there? What is it right now that you really, really want, right? If you're really struggling with your kid, I want to feel more playful with my kid. I want to feel more connected. I want to have more silly, fun moments with my kid. What can I do? Oh, I can activate those within me. What is that going to feel like? Can I remember moments like that? Can I project into the future of picking him up from school today and then we just have a really funny conversation, or he tells me about something, or he does something with his friends and just laughs out loud, right? What can I think about that gets me on that vibrational wavelength? Tell me in the comments below. Let me know. Have you ever deliberately tried to do that? Is there somewhere where you're stuck? You're like, I don't know what that feels like. One that was always very hard for me was finances, right? Because for so long I was a dreamer. I was in my own world. I was dealing with some health challenges. I was spending my money on workshops and books and trying to understand myself. And so I got in quite a lot of debt. And so for a long time, I was like, I don't know what it's like to be debt-free. I don't know what it would feel like to have freedom with money. I don't know what it feels like to feel wealthy. So sometimes it can be challenging when you haven't felt in that direction. These days, it's a little easier because you have so much wealth of information, but also so many videos. Like here on YouTube, right? You have so many videos of people who are talking about wealth and money, and even just listening, not for any kind of tactics that they're giving you, although that might be great, but just the way they're talking, the way they're thinking, the way that it's in their mind. That is the vibrational wavelength. Like there's not even a possibility. There's like one of my favorites for marketing, Dean Graziosi, is a genius when it comes to marketing. And he grew up very poor. I didn't even grow up poor, I pretty much had, there were certain things that were set in line of like money shortageness consciousness, right? But I always had what I needed. Growing up as a kid, it sounded like he had a pretty rough childhood, really not a whole lot of money. And just for him to make that shift and see where he is now, and he has really honed that belief that he can always figure out a way to generate more money. Oh, how freeing is that? It's not the money that will give you the freedom. It is the mindset. It is always the mindset. This is where we're trying to get you to. So comment below. Let me know what you are going to be journaling about. What is the thing that you really want? What is the thing that you are trying to find the vibrational wavelength of? That is truly how powerful you are and how powerful your mind is. So continue on this journey of getting to know and understand yourself. We live our lives based on what we believe about our world, ourselves, our capabilities, and our limits. Ooh, what does that mean for a highly sensitive person? I struggled with that a lot. My beliefs, what I felt about myself, powerful. And that is it for today's journal number 7. Thank you so much for being here with me, for coming along this journey with me. I really would love to connect with you. Always feel free to write any comments below, to connect with me on Instagram, on Facebook. Download this guide to get the first couple of steps for yourself. I feel for you. It is incredible to be a highly sensitive person. I wouldn't trade it for the world because, oh my gosh, love, passion, connection that we can feel, the beauty of a sunset or sunrise, the ocean waves. There's so much beauty in this world, but there's also a lot of harsh realities. And I have found the most peace with deeply understanding myself and this highly sensitive trait, understanding my workarounds and how I can help myself in this harsh world, in this emotional world, in this unfair world, but also how to come back to an easier, more playful, more hopeful state. It is so important just to flow with life, to find that balance. And that's not easy to do as a highly sensitive because we get so stuck. We get so hit by this intensity that comes at us. And I just want to make sure that you are finding your path to where you can flow with life rather than getting stuck in something really uncomfortable and then living there, right? It reminds me of the impact zone. When you surf, I didn't surf very long. I didn't know how powerful waves can be, but there is this zone called the impact zone, which is rough. You have to paddle out. In the midst of it, you're just getting pummeled by waves and waves and waves, and you can just get stuck there. If you feel like you're not strong enough and you can't get beyond it, you'll get stuck there or get swept back to shore, hopefully. Or you can put that final effort into it, get beyond that impact zone, and then it's all calm. Right? Then it's all calm. Then you're sitting out there on your board and then you're waiting for the next great wave to catch. So let's get you beyond that impact zone. I'll see you next time.